And we're back. This is Minding Your Business with the Lancaster Chamber of Commerce. I'm Chris Spiker of Antelope Valley Florist. Aaron Goldstein, Goldstein Digital. Who's our next guest?
The next guest is Chris McKeehan, and he owns Local Door Coupons.
Did we get that
yes,
right?
That's correct, yes.
Hey, welcome. And you're a new chamber member.
Yes, sir. Just today, signed up.
You signed up today and you went to the orientation, and I met you and I said, hey, would you bring that on the radio show? We want to talk about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Whatever I can do to really get the word out. And like I said, we really focus primarily on trying to really engage with the community and help the local business in the area really come together and unify.
So it really is a door hanger.
The simplicity of it, yes. It's a 2-foot door hanger. It's a little different than your average door hanger. It's not really as paper thin. It's pretty thick cardstock. We're actually a national company. This is actually growing pretty quick, and we actually got to the Antelope Valley area recently here. So,
hey, and these are waterproof.
Yeah, so they are perforated, UV coated. So being out here in the Antelope Valley with big winds, and we always get rain and stuff, they'll typically last on the door. They'll last with the artwork will hold up, and they're more heavy set. So even if they do fall off the door, they're actually more likely to stay on the porch. And not just blow away with everything else.
Well, this is a great way to market because this goes right to the house, and you kind of pick your neighborhoods.
Yes, absolutely. What's different about this concept is not as traditional as mail. For example, a lot of mail companies and postage actually fight for the mail boxes, when typically we'd go right to the house to hang it on the door. What I love about it is typically if you have a bad day, somebody comes home, they had a rough day. What catches people's attention is actually the food that we put on here. When it hangs on your door, 2-foot door hanger, it's shiny, catches your attention. They're perforated.
But then they see a hamburger.
And they see a hamburger, and their day gets a lot more better. So if they're angry and they want to go binge, this is a perfect way. Now, what we really focus on as well is that we only feature one of every kind of business with our strict non-competitor agreement. We only feature one barbecue place, one sandwich shop, one type of service, so one kind of carpet cleaning, plumbing, whatever business it is, you name it, we feature you on the coupon. Our team actually handles all your artwork, print, design, and distribution, as well an all-inclusive wholesale cost.
And you put a different product out about every 3 months?
Yeah, these are about every 3 months per city territory. So we are currently building our West Lancaster location. We currently just finished Palmdale, Quartz Hill area. So we won't be back in Quartz Hill, Palmdale roughly till April. And after we start doing distribution for West Lancaster, we'll be back there in May.
So then do you go to a different neighborhood, or you just take a month off? Or?
No, this is 3 months of straight distribution. Typically we used to do a big massive distribution in 12 days straight. What was happening was the businesses were getting overly flooded with coupons, and they would have a big return for 1 month, but the other 2 months it would depreciate and wouldn't have a consistency. Our goal was for consistency, and also as well we have guys on the ground who are actually putting these on the doors rather than mail or postage who have fleets of cars and they just put them in the mailbox.
So they're not burning so much gas, but you're supplying a lot of jobs.
Absolutely. We primarily focus on hiring people who live in the local area. They have more of a common knowledge, and it's a great way, especially if you're a college student, to get out there and make some extra cash. Also as well, we have a strict policy. Our distribution team actually goes through a background check. They understand we don't go into any locked gates, we don't go into the no trespassing stuff, we don't knock on your door, we're not soliciting. We're simply just putting on a door hanger that these locally businesses who want to attract the local community for them to go and get it on the door. So these are already paid for by the local businesses, already covered. You don't have to pay anything, you don't have to talk to anybody, they're there for your disposal.
What was the decision to that you were going to join the Chamber of Commerce?
Well, it's a great way to meet and network with other business owners and stuff as well, and kind of get them familiar with the options that they have. A lot of businesses nowadays don't really have too many options that are either too expensive or they don't really quite understand. I also help teach as well the digital marketing as well with social media. Also with this is more of a traditional way of marketing, but we actually found a way for it to actually work rather than just more as being expensive. For example, Planet Fitness, had jumped on with us because we had cut their marketing budget fivefold.
Wow. So they met you and they said, we're going to try something different, and
yeah, and that's the best part about this is that I get to meet other locally business owners, and we can actually sit down and strategically go over what's best for them, what's a great offer, what hasn't worked in the past, and we can actually strategically map out an area that's going to best fit them on the distribution, that the target area that they want the coupons to go out to.
So we're talking with Chris McKeehan from Local Door Coupons in Palmdale. Every one of these coupons has an offer, a free something, or something towards, or
yes,
1 for 2, buy 1 get 2, or
yes. With these businesses, they're kind of in agreement with us as well that we are making an offer for the local community. This is to keep the business and the money here locally. So we tell them to focus on the Godfather rule, which is making an offer somebody can't refuse. Really showing that you care about your customer, that you're willing to give them a great offer for them to try your, whether it's a restaurant or it's services or whatever it is, for them to willing to try you, not to rather go to corporate or go out of town for something. This actually adding up, we value each coupon slot here with a total savings per resident of $500 per year. When you add that up for a total year with 16 slots on this coupon, it actually saves $7.5 million on average in revenue
wow.
for the local community.
Wow, that's pretty cool. How many cards?
Typically it's a 16 slot door hanger. We're actually converting now to a 22, so we have a lot more options of putting bigger promotions and stuff on there, whether it's free upgrades or we can actually get more creative with what we can do with the door hanger.
Hey, here's your chance. I have a flower shop, and it seems to me flower shops would do well with this. How have you had any stories or any success with flower shops, plant shops?
I personally haven't done anything with flower shops, but there's always time for a first. The great thing about this for your flower shop, especially for seasonal wise, whether it's for proms or it's for special events or weddings and stuff, you being the only flower shop with the leverage that you can have on your competition, and you also have first rights to the next campaign that comes out. So if it does get out to you, if it does work out for you, you actually have first rights to keep doing it.
Right.
But whether or not we're hitting 15,000 homes, even if you were to get 100 of these coupons back for a flower shop, which is very, pretty...
kind of seasonal.
Yeah, exactly.
But you mentioned proms, though. Proms...
Yeah, proms, but you had just got 15,000 impressions. So you got 15,000 people who actually now are aware of your flower business,
right,
rather than anyone else's. So it's all about letting the community know that you're here and
yep.
that you're there as for whatever needs that they need.
Yeah, I've noticed even the new ones as well as the long time, they just have to keep telling people, reminding people, here I am, here's what I'm selling.
Yeah, and considering that we are nationally partnered with a lot of brands like Subway, GNC, Firehouse Subs, Jiffy Lube and stuff, for a business to be featured on this coupon and having their business actually next to a national name brand, it actually builds the credibility for the business, and actually people will have more of a trust of actually trusting that business as well.
Hmm. Yeah, because now you're running with the big boys.
Exactly.
That's amazing. It's a wonderful product. How did you get into this?
There's a man named by Jason Stone. You might know him as Millionaire Mentor. He's a digital entrepreneur, and I've been working with him for about a year. He introduced this to me through social media. I jumped on, I saw the opportunity at hand, took advantage, and we currently just expanded to Northridge within 4 months of being in business. So far it's actually doing exceptionally well, just based on the returns that people are getting on a national level. It's turning out to be a pretty good product. I personally own a kitchen exhaust cleaning company as well that I also feature on this door hanger. So I'm actually a believer of the product and not just someone trying to sell it to you.
I see you've got one QR code. Do we still use QR codes?
Most people can actually just download the app that you can scan the QR code. So rather than just typing it in with your fingers, it's easier just to scan something and take you right to a page.
You mentioned social media. What do you help people with that? Consult?
Yeah, I can help people with social media. Like, I'm big on actually helping the business owners. Social media marketing is actually huge, and if you're not getting on it now, you're truly missing a big part of what the future is holding. That industry itself is definitely a science. It's not just something you can, create a Facebook page and it magically happen. It actually takes, a pretty good strategic plan, and unfortunately it takes money as well to make that happen. But the main goal is actually to provide something to the community where they can put their email address or their number in, and that way you're focusing primarily on the local community market and not worrying about somebody who's in Arizona or somewhere else following you when it's not really helping your business.
Yeah, you're not going to sell to somebody in Arizona.
Exactly.
You get a warm feeling. That's about it.
Pretty much, yeah.
Aaron, you got a question? You don't? I mean, this guy's...
He's speechless.
Yeah,
It's good.
It's
Even I'm sold. That's hard to do.
His jaw is literally on the floor.
Did you see the product?
I did.
Look, it's got a Dickie's sandwich on here. You better take that home, man.
I saw pizza and automatically I knew, hey, I got dinner.
So we know that people love food, and so a picture of food
Absolutely.
it does the whole thing. And then later that, okay, you got to clean the carpet. And
It
gotta have
prevents
vitamins.
it prevents it from going into the trash.
Wow.
Typically when you subconsciously, when we get mail, to be realistic, we separate our bills from our ads, and the ads go directly into the trash. Unfortunately, that's the truth. When this is hanging on your door, you have no choice but to pick it up and look at the food. It's going to grab your attention, and you're going to most likely bring it in the house and actually use the coupon.
Chris, thanks for being on the show. Thanks for being
Yeah,
a
no
member of the
problem.
Chamber. Chris McKeehan, Local Door Coupons, Palmdale, California.